The next race on the Formula 1 calendar is the legendary Japanese Grand Prix at the iconic Suzuka Circuit. And on paper, this might actually be a race where Ferrari has the advantage. Now I know what you're thinking, Ferrari, advantage, at a race? Yes, I double checked as well. But Suzuka rewards a very specific type of car, and if the numbers from the last few races are anything to go by, Ferrari could be walking into Japan with a real opportunity. But there's one corner at Suzuka that could completely decide whether that happens or not, and we'll get into that in just a moment. Suzuka is very different to most circuits on the calendar. Unlike tracks that are all about straight line speed or heavy braking zones, Suzuka is a high speed rhythm circuit. The famous S's section, Degner, Spoon and the terrifyingly fast 130R mean drivers spend huge amounts of time in long loaded corners, and that rewards cars with strong aerodynamic balance and front end grip, which is exactly where Ferrari have quietly been improving. Drivers like Charles Leclerc have often looked extremely comfortable in those medium to high speed corners. If the Ferrari can carry speed through the S's without destroying the front tyres, that's already a massive advantage. But this leads into the second reason Suzuka could suit them. Suzuka is brutal on tyres, particularly the front left tyre, which basically spends the entire lap being tortured through long right hand corners. Some cars take a long time to get their tyres into the right operating window. Ferrari, historically, does not. They often switch the tyres on quicker, which gives them a real edge in qualifying laps. And qualifying at Suzuka is incredibly important, because overtaking here is, let's say, complicated. Maybe not this year with the new regulations, but historically, complicated. You can pass into the chicane, sometimes into turn 1, but most of the lap is just a high-speed roller coaster where dirty air makes life miserable. So if Ferrari qualifies near the front, Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc could suddenly become very difficult to beat. But the real key to Suzuka is actually one specific corner, and if Ferrari nails it, the entire race could swing in their favour. That corner is Spoon Curve. It might not look as dramatic as 130R, but Spoon is arguably the most important corner on the track. Why? Because the exit leads to one of the longest full throttle sections of the entire lap. If a driver gets good traction out of Spoon, they carry that speed all the way past 130R and down to the chicane. That's worth a huge amount of lap time. Ferrari has often been strong in traction zones, which means if they can get the power down cleanly here, they could gain several tenths every lap. But there's one team that still might ruin Ferrari's plans, and yes, you can probably guess who. Because even if Ferrari has the theoretical advantage around Suzuka, there is still one big problem standing in their way, and that problem is Mercedes. Mercedes have been the team to beat so far this season, and their car looks incredibly well balanced in high-speed corners, exactly the type of performance that Suzuka demands. Drivers like Russell have already shown just how quick that Mercedes can be over a single lap, and if they get their setup right through the S's section, that could easily neutralise Ferrari's biggest advantage. There is also another factor: consistency. Mercedes have been simply more predictable across the race weekends, which means even if Ferrari has a slightly faster car on pure pace in Suzuka, Mercedes are still the team most likely to execute the perfect race. And that's why Suzuka could turn into something really interesting, because if Ferrari truly has unlocked their high-speed performance, then for the first time this season, we might finally see them take the fight directly to Mercedes at one of the most demanding circuits in Formula 1. So, Ferrari might have the ingredients for a strong weekend at Suzuka: strong high-speed cornering, quick tyre warm-up, good traction out of Spoon, but as we've seen many times in F1, having the fastest car on paper and actually winning the race are two very different things, and Suzuka has a habit of exposing the smallest weaknesses. So, the real question is, does Ferrari finally have the car to challenge at the front in Japan? Or will Mercedes once again remind everyone why they're dominating F1 recently? Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more race previews, race breakdowns, and everything happening around Formula 1.